Hey guys, it's me again. This is the third time we're hanging out, so it looks like we're seriously meant to be. There's an old Buddhist saying that goes something like, it takes 500 glances back in a past life just to brush shoulders with someone in this one, and 1,000 glances to get them to stop and stay. Going by that logic, we must have looked back at each other at least 3,000 times in our past lives. Wow, that's intense. Just thinking about turning my head that many times is giving me a neck ache. But hey, since I brought up Buddhism, let's talk about absolutely something else. Did you think we were going to dive into Buddhist parables today? Nope, you guessed wrong again. Today, I actually want to talk about my childhood experience with reading ghost stories. Whenever I think back on my childhood these days, it almost feels like I'm an outsider watching a movie about someone else's life. Sometimes I can't even wrap my head around why I thought or acted the way I did back then. Like, I'll find an old letter I wrote to a friend where I say something dramatic like, I will literally never forget this day. And I'm just sitting there thinking, God help me, what on earth even happened that day? Because I draw a complete blank now. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's get back to the point. So, I'm a 90s kid, and when I was a teenager, whenever school was out, my friends and I loved to just wander around outside. Our absolute favorite thing to do was stroll through the local market near my house. The markets back then were way more bustling and alive than they are now. There were tons of people setting up stalls selling all kinds of stuff. One time, my friend comes up to me acting all secretive and tells me she found this book stand that had a bunch of really interesting books. She asked me to go check it out with her over the break. We spent some time digging through the piles there, and I ended up taking home a ghost story magazine. Why just one, you ask? Well, I was completely broke. I barely got any allowance, so dropping cash on even one magazine was literally maxing out my budget. If you ask me what I actually remember from that magazine, honestly, I've forgotten almost everything in it. It was like 20 years ago, after all. But there's one story that still vaguely sticks in my mind. It was about this guy who goes to a really bizarre house. I don't remember exactly how it played out, but I vaguely recall him experiencing a bunch of weird paranormal stuff. At one point, he runs into this creepy old man with completely black teeth who just stares at him with this sinister smile. Then, the story gets to a part where the guy takes a shower in this weird house. When he steps out, he suddenly realizes his underwear is completely gone. So, what happened next? You're probably asking. Well, awkwardly enough, I have no idea how it ends either. Because when I got to the end of the page, I realized the magazine I bought was a cheap bootleg. The story literally just cut off right there. I flipped through the pages over and over again, but there was just no more text. I had no choice but to accept my fate. To this day, I still have zero clue what happened to that poor, underwearless man. I can only pray he made it out okay. Hearing all this, you're probably thinking I'm crazy. Like, that story is so lame. Why are you even bringing it up? And you know what? You're absolutely right. It is a ridiculously lame story. But here's the kicker. As a kid, that story literally gave me insomnia. At night, I was so terrified I couldn't fall asleep. The second I closed my eyes, I'd see that creepy old guy with the black teeth and that poor guy whose future was completely up in the air just because he lost his underwear. It completely freaked me out at the time. I guess sometimes we really just can't understand our own brains. Who knows, maybe 5 or 10 years from now, I'll look back on this exact video and think, what on earth was I thinking, rambling about this topic? Before I knew it, I ended up talking your ears off again. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end. I'm Ping, a brand new YouTuber, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.